I was gonna go like, what's going on? R double DC is your co-host Hexer with the wonderful, infamous Lexus T. Say what's up, Lex.
Hi.
Awesome. So I'm bringing you in this episode.
Us.
So let's rewind a little bit and let's go back to the intro. So what's going on? R double DC is your co-host Hector with the infamous Lexus T. And today I'm gonna be bringing us on to this episode. And I just want to say thank you to all the listeners out here on this God-given platform on 17 plus syndicates. That's right, 17 plus syndicates. And we just want to thank you and say bless you to all you who hear our voice.
That is
So,
true.
Lex, if you want to take that from there.
Well, I don't really have much to take because this episode is brought to you in many, many forms and fashions, and as well as one of our biggest sponsors that we have out here, which I will be revealing to you later on, that just signed on with us for the month of April coming. Also, this is Lexus T of hashtag RDDC. That's Real Double Dose channel. And I don't know what platform you're going to hear this on, but it's either IG, some Facebook or Reels, the YouTube spot where we're still bridging on, or TikTok. So welcome again. And we're just here to bring it all. But we're also hashtag FDS. That's Flip the Switch DA with a little flavor, not THE. Yeah. And we're going to have this episode called, what is it? Hashtag no
Hashtag
titles.
drop the titles.
Drop
That's
the titles. Right. Hashtag CQC. So he's going to do his infamous approach and drop this off. And I'm going to be entering the conversation with us as a whole. So I can't wait for you to get it started. Roll out the red carpet. Come on. Let's get it now.
Yeah, I'll start us off. So when it comes to titles, we all have them. You know, even a book has a title. And we always hear that phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. You know, and a part of that cover is a title. See, as a kid too, I used to be like that too, and I used to read the title, and I would look at the picture, but I don't really know too much. So whenever we start identifying with certain things, we can judge them probably wrong. We can be prejudiced in a wrong way when it comes to just looking at the title or the cover. And whenever we start identifying with certain covers and titles, we start to put that as a form of our identity, and it moves us. It becomes who we are. It becomes a part of us. So as I said before, the identity is one of the strongest forces in human nature. We're like a thermostat, right? And if you are, let's say, for example, right here, you're not the greatest athlete, you're right above average. So if you start to identify with that, hey, I'm a pretty good athlete. I'm not the best. I'm not up here, and I'm not down here, but I'm pretty good. You have that sweet spot, and you're going to act as such. It's going to start to embed itself into your identity, into your soul, and it's going to become a part of what you do. It affects your physiology. So whatever you identify with is what you are going to act out. So if you're a chef, if you're a runner, you get up at 6 a.m. because you love to run, you identify with the runner, is what you do. So that's how it's one of the biggest forces in the human nature, because our identity is what we stay congruent with in our actions, right?
Well,
So
I
Lex,
want to address
what's
something.
another example of that?
I don't know. My audio is working. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
We
sorry.
hear you.
I just wanted to hear myself. No shade, but you know how we get down, RDDC familians. No, but I want to reference, I absolutely agree to a lot of terminologies, but I want to ask a question from the beginning of, before the re-intro of what we're doing here. And everyone knows I got snowstorms going on. He has tornadoes over there until the mingling comes together. So right now, the technical is just going to be what it is. If you're here for the fruit, you won't care about how much dirt is sitting around it that came from the ground. But I want to say,
that's right.
thank you. But what about when you said earlier something about I think it was on the no, that wasn't the runner. It wasn't the runner. I think it was, or someone jogging, or just picking up the identity. But also, okay, can you recap about the first thing you just introed in? Do you remember that at all? I mean, I know we had that little technical thing, but do you remember?
About a position, a role, a job role.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so can you elaborate on it? The heck?
Oh, I thought you meant so
This
you
is
could
what
go
I
on.
deal with,
Well,
everybody. This is what I deal with. You have to see that now. Like he says, I have blank stare moments. Where do I get it from?
okay, like you got
we
it.
spend countless hours around each other. So what you see is just a replica. It's sugar and spice and everything nice, and it's gonna be the truth and give it to you twice. So I get I don't know, but I wanted to recap on that because there was something very important. That's why text sucks, because there was something very important that I wanted to like add on there, and it's my fault for not keeping it there. But I'm gonna just say this, maybe it'll lead me to the way. Now, hashtag drop the titles. For me, it means a lot of things. And I always say on here, double-edged sword. Why? Because one, you need a title and position to understand where you are, your payroll and disposition. Sorry, I'm noticing the lighting on me. It's just okay. The lighting on me. But it just means to me, okay, Hector, I want to say some way. So it's a big conversation because it's like drop the titles, because someone could be like, well, look, we don't have a title, but we still can kick it together. What you mean? What am I to you, right? Double-edged sword. A lot of people are taking these minds. Okay, you can work this position all you want, but you don't have the title, so I can't pay you on that level. Okay, so but there's a difference between, and I want everyone to understand overall in general, is that you have to understand you have to play your position with that title. Because you can keep a title all day long. A person can say, you're my mother, you're my father, you're my executive, for example. Like I was telling people downtown, like, I'm the executive and they don't respect me. No, you have a title, but you're not wearing or playing the position because no one respects you as such and you don't even uphold yourself. Now, there's some people who are just going to be haterade. Nah, but that's why I was saying the double cusp of what I just wanted to add is because it can be, you need that title, but again, the title doesn't mean anything if you don't have a position to play. And if no one looks up to you, even yourself, to respect that, oh, I'm a chef, but you still walk around like a halfway waitress. Are you carrying yourself as such? Carry a title that you know is yours and you can uphold. And I'm just saying, I don't know what you were saying earlier, but it was deep and I can't get onto it, but that's what I wanted to add while my energy is still good. Because as all of you know by now, I am an very deep Heyoka empath and I just get drained very fast. And it's not because I don't, it's just because I literally have 20,000 things that just we all do. So that's all. I'm gonna add that. Thank you for letting me spotlight. Appreciate it.
Oh, of course.
Darling.
Exactly. It's just all about congruency. So what we really want to talk about in this episode, when we say drop the titles, those were more for so examples. We mean to say it in the sense of drop the negative titles. Drop the titles that are causing you problems. Like when people say, I am a procrastinator. That's what you're going to do if that's who you claim to be. Whenever we say, I am a self-sabotager, that's what you're gonna do if that's what you claim to be. And both of us can concur to this and bear witness whenever some people go and they say they are self-sabotagers, they say they are worthless, they say this and that about themselves. They have a very misconstrued image. They have a very misconstrued image of who they are. They make it real. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy whenever you have those negative titles attached to I am. See, I am is very powerful. We could talk all about the mighty, almighty I am for hours and hours, but it's very, very powerful.
Yeah.
And real quick, if you have a title that contradicts where you want to go, then it's going to be really hard to get there. That's why a lot of these people that gurus, right? A lot of these gurus try to teach you to say, I am this, and repeat that. But you cannot be that if you do not let go of that one that contradicts that I am. So that's the whole point of this conversation, because just like King David, going into some scripture a little bit, King David grew up as a shepherd and he ended up becoming king. But if he only saw himself as a shepherd, he may have never became that king, or on the other side of that sword, like you said, he could have embraced that shepherd so much that he became a shepherd to people. So you have to know how to use your titles properly, know how to use your role to get to where you want to be, and know that they are just temporary roles. But if you're going to do it to the best of your ability. If you're going to claim that title, claim it with all your heart, but make sure it's something that is congruent with where you want to go in life. Make sure it's something that aligns with that and that will lead you there, right? So if I say I want a marriage, but I also say, well, I'm a partier, I'm a little bit of a playboy, how am I going to have a good marriage if I claim to be such? There's no way, unless, whoever I marry is just so construed in their belief system, so easily pushed, whatever it may be, that they just allow that to happen. But you wouldn't have a successful, happy marriage if you claim to be such and such, right? So it has to align with where you're going and where you want to be whenever you hold those titles. So dropping those titles is letting go of that which no longer serves you. Because we both know there was a point in time where those titles actually helped us, and there could have been a point in time where they just didn't do anything for us. But sometimes there are those times when certain beliefs, even around self-image, are for us, help us, and lead us to improve ourselves. Like saying, me, for example, I used to think I'm worthless. So you know what I did? I got better. I became more valuable. I said, I am not good at speaking in front of a camera. I am not good at being myself in front of a camera. And right now, I seem pretty comfortable. I don't own that anymore. At one point in time, that kind of helped me because I shouldn't have been in front of a camera for legal reasons. But now it's what I need to do. At one point in time, it served me, but now it no longer serves me. And now it contradicts where God wants me to be, right? So if you can elaborate on that a little bit, Lex.
I guess when it comes down to it, you already did. I can hit key points of it. I look at everything as a double-edged sword, so I see that too. Yeah. And I really don't, personally, I don't know the difference between a title and position when it comes down to just the name of it. But I know that when I was downtown working before the COVID for all those years, it just, the position was, I was every position, but I only had one title. And that's right. What bothered me. So also, I want to involve you all to come to this discussion and think to yourself, where in your life have you been from the simplicity of what you see? So a title, can you give a bullet point as to breaking down what you said in a nutshell? Oh, so to those, and I don't mean any offense to anyone, okay, but to those who may still be wrapped around how to break it down from what you said, and I'll give them a little bullet point from what I'm about to say as well. So I just want to put the highlight out there for people.
So, but a little bit too into going back into your position and job. You said you only had one title, but the title that you held was I'm an overachiever.
You're talking about personal titles.
Yeah. Of
Respect. Yeah,
course,
that's what I'm
because
saying.
because
Well,
that's the
you know what?
most
I
impactful
didn't
title.
see it. I mean, to be real, I didn't see it like that though, because I've always been that over the top server, right? But for
Yeah.
those who haven't, yeah. But I also looked at it like they want me to be all of these positions and only give me one title at one pay grade,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
a raise after 2 years of actually questioning what happened. And at the end of the day, we're not going to bring in other cultural diversities and issues, but it is hashtag is real when they have people out there, and either my Latina communities, my brown communities, whatever you want to say, right? Same thing for my Irish bloodline in there too. It's just the whole point where other people who didn't look exactly like us or me were not doing anything for 3 months of just sitting there not giving anything, and were exalted, paid rate more, and could sit down a lot
Right.
more, where I was always moving to 5,000 steps a day and barely had nothing but 4 cups of coffee since 5:30 a.m. all the way till 4 p.m. So at the end of the day, I still loved it because, yeah, inside myself, I'm thinking, it doesn't matter what title you put on me. My position is overplayed. And you know it so much. I'm so valuable that I could be like, you know what? You can't do what you can do because I can do 8 of you, baby, and you can do half of you. So that's what I looked at. Like, all I'm doing is getting more feria. I'm getting more of that dinero. Okay, te quiero. I'm just saying, tú sabes. But I did. I mean, just like you telling me, hey, there's a title and position. Come on here with no makeup. Okay. What's the
There you go.
difference? I'm not going to be sitting there feeling like that. The title I want to have is that my position is Lex. The title you may see is Lexus T of RDC, but whether you see my little mini emoji me or you see me in full throttle, it's still going to be nothing but straight direct. So yeah, I do see that the titles we put I am. And I looked at something the other day because I was having a book actually written up for all of you, all of you, coming on, and it's going to be a download in the SOB, and that's our
Do
Facebook group
tell.
that is going for School of Business, Facebook FDS, flip the switch, School of Business. And as well, I think we'll have the links up on Real Double Dose channel, and the blog is going to be for all the subscribers of the blog. So it's going to be really crazy for a while. So please, when we're doing this first mini major launch, there might be at least a good couple thousand emails. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm a little nervous, but just be there when it's coming for your I ams, because the
And help us by being a little more understanding, knowing that we're gonna have that much traffic.
Well, you can leave a miniature feedback if you like the I am, but I want to create an I am video and different stuff like that. But yeah, he's right. Titles of I am. And I was telling my mom that too. I was like, you know what? I said, she was like, oh, I'm so sore. Oh, my bones hurt. I am just so my eyes. And I said, Mom, everything you say is dragging, and I thought too, like, I am such an idiot. And I'm like, we really don't even catch that title we're putting on ourselves.
I'll be having to catch
It just
you.
kind of slips you up, and I'm like, I have hyperpigmentation. That's true. That's something I was feeling insecure about for a while. Like, oh, my hands are 2 different colors, my body's 2 different colors, and my almost looks pale on one and kind of more yellow on another, caramel. And I'm like, I'm a chameleon. That's what I do. So I'm a chameleon, it does get and those hashtag, those who are dealing with those skin things and everything else, I feel it. Eczema, all that. We feel it. Okay. It's a real thing out here. And it's something that can make you feel bad. And you're thinking, how can I have this title if I'm this, if I have psoriasis, or if I have, I say the C word, if I have this, you're still all that and more. You don't, and a title doesn't make you become anything unless you embrace what you're saying behind it. Because you could say, I am the best chef in the world, but you're only scrambling 1 egg a week, not working on your skills, But anyway.
Right. If there's a much emotion behind that I am, then it becomes very powerful.
I think, you know what? I'm going to save that for Illumination of Self, because all of you who've been asking, special guests, our beautiful special guests from all the beautiful industries they're coming from and the TV shows. I just want to let you know, I'm going to be on there with you for the bestseller. But the best-selling point is not just the New York Times, not just Amazon, but what happened in that hotel in California and all the details that no one knows except the father and myself. That's the first time opening that up. And even my mom will be reading that for the first time. So I have to be a little far away. But there's some things that happen from the manifestation to the abuse, from the time, and everything correlating. It's amazing how the law of attraction works. Okay. Think, what is it? Think and Grow Rich training guide that's rolling out. That right there will definitely help you hit it, because it wasn't to that point to where I started actually wanting more to learn. But man, once you learn how to manifest, it's amazing. And all I had was nails driven in to where my hands were bleeding. I was biting so hard. I wanted it so bad. I remember I tasted blood in my mouth, and literally it freaking happened to the core. And I'm telling you, from the contract, I said, I want a contract. And I was so specific. I wanted a contract. I wanted that person to serve God, confirmation, be on point. The freaking almost president of the financial office of the hospital in Cali. I won't disclose it for her privacy, but still in contact to this day. Beautiful home, mansion style. I got videos of this. Gorgeous aloe vera plants as a medicine, Chinese medicine garden in the back. Beautiful avocados and strawberries and nectarines served. I became the goddess Lex. And dying on that bed for 3 days helped. But I'm telling you, from the contract, from walking in saying, as for this home, we serve the Lord. That was my confirmation. It was the best medicine I could have ever had in my life. And all I had to do was go 2,019 miles to my death in order to experience life. And I'll tell you more later. But anyway, that's what I see as the I am sequence, and the desire that Hector was so passionate about saying, you know, your emotion and your time. And I'm like, man, I never looked at it. If I was really naive, I would have never seen that. To the contract, everything to the wire happened. And I'm like, man, so why can't you look at $10 million and get it tomorrow? The belief system. I'm not a millionaire. That's a title we hold. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm getting there, right? Or maybe you become a millionaire in many different ways besides the currency that you saw. Never know.
Exactly.
That's it for me. Sorry. We wanted to come on here more with everyone and just give a taste. We're never going to be scripted. We do have a thought process on it, and we go through our own simulations and practices, and I guess cracking our own code. Because I don't want to be one of these people who come on here and be like, hey, let's talk about why you can't make apple pie, but yet I can't even cut the apple. You know what I mean? So I look at all those things and I'm thinking, man, and sometimes I want to go back to corporate America because I'm so lit in the offices. I'm so good at what I do. I'm ninja. I always over deliver, and it's so fun. And even if they don't credit me, I'm still like, oh, but I always want to get so tired. So yeah, the title that I had definitely was not the positions that I was doing, but it still made me know at the end of the day, if I ever decided to leave those positions alone, I could just slip back into my title, you know. But I was thinking,
that's right.
Yeah, but you'll always stay there all the time if you don't change it, you know, like,
yeah,
I'm a beautiful person. Oh, I'm a not so attractive person. I'm a fit person to where I want to be. Oh, I'm completely just anorexic and obese. You know, I am finding the life, but it's like, you can say that all day long. I want to brush my teeth. I want to comb my hair. I want to go to the store. I kept saying that. And this is what Hector can vouch for right here. No, not here. I'm like, my hands, they're so dry right now. But I was telling you something. This is what happens on a daily basis. Now I've got my protein, my pea protein, okay, brown rice protein, my 50 antioxidants. I'll tell you more about that later. But I got that with my oat milk because I just think oat milk's good. And guess what? Oat milk, I'm not endorsing it, but if you want me to, let me know, oat milk suppliers. Okay, so oat milk requires 80% less of water to produce than almond milk. 80%, I'm just saying. So I always tell Hector, like, hey, I'm hungry. I don't know what to get. I'm hungry. What I do, I don't feel like it. And it doesn't get me anywhere, right? I feel like that's a title I wear. The person who can't figure out the dinner. You know, the person who yells at him constantly. I just want to see if he was paying attention. Even know. Y'all don't even know. He was over there just completely going in his world right now, zoning out. So his mind is like, so always thinking of the next thing and the next thought. And I got to be careful when I get caught. I get caught in that world. because I can go drift off too. But yeah, I just want to let you know that we do appreciate all of you who are here. And I remember you guys are saying, I don't say it as often as I did, and that's hashtag be the change, feel the passion, and embrace the power of the spirit always that's calling you and within you. And that's still always the motto here. It's just a lot of things going on. But one thing I will never do personally, and Hector obviously agrees to this, I will not disappear from you if I can help. I'm always going to surface back to say something. I know you're thinking what's going on, but it's always for the benefit though. And that's what it'll be, more contact and stuff like that. So anyways, you take over the mic for your own episode here. Okay, because I had something for the next episode that will be a little bit different because I know we had the first steps episode that was about several minutes and a lot of you had a huge response. The next one is called The Breakthrough. Okay. And the next one after that is called The Invitation. So all of you who hopped on the first steps, you know what's up. And the breakthrough is going to be even deeper. I'm waiting for the creator to give me that energy that I need to plug into you. And that always happens in the really early morning hours that I can speak calmly to you. And the one
I'm gonna just grab my popcorn and listen to that one.
Well, it's probably going to be several. I don't know how long it'll be, but hashtag. I'm waiting for you to jump in at any time. But
drop the titles?
No, not drop the titles. Hashtag lifetime feelings. That's what I'm saying. That's the next time.
Lifetime feelings. Hashtag.
We might have to have this too, but please leave your comments of how you feel or email us or whatever you want to say. I know you guys sometimes hit up different places with Angela and them on there. I am personally not on the person on 17 platforms looking analytically like they do. That's what they do. So I might be aware of 2 platforms or 3, but they'll kind of throw them here. But that's between 60,000 emails as well. So still playing catch up, but we got the mustard. I'm just saying, there's a lot of good harmony there. So anyway, you want to just give us a little bit more drift, so we can drift and go to flow.
I'm gonna just let you go. But yeah, that's basically all we had for today. Drop the titles real quick, real simple, very straight to the point, giving it to you straight, real double dose, right?
No, it's supposed to you had the real, you said double DC, or was it double?
It's a real double DC.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying. Okay, you know that came from what movie? Okay, I'm just giving some love. Hashtag Black Panther. I'll still give you some love because that was a phenomenal movie. But yeah, that's where we are right now. So at the end of the day, it'll be a little bit more flavorful in the impact. But remember to ask yourself something: what titles do you place upon yourself, and what titles do you embrace that other people place upon you as well? Because life can happen that way. Life can happen that way. And maybe I'm feeling a little overtired right now. I'm extra giggly, but it's raw and real. Yeah, exactly. I told someone earlier, and I'm like, I'm not a role model. I'm absolutely not. Will I become one? Yeah, absolutely, I could, but I'm a real model who strives to be a role model from the realness. And that's the good filtered realness, not just too raw in your face and just crazy. But I just want to say thank you again for listening. If you're into TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Giovanni, Google Cast, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, and several more that I can't say right now because it's not in my head, but that's pretty good right now. So, and SoundCloud, of course, we do appreciate all your love and support and the communities that you're coming from: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I know all of you are coming, and a lot of you are going to be like, whoa, we see the love, we see the statistics, and we just want to give that food for thought. And you can come around for our next conversation that we'll have. It'll probably be a little bit more invigorated because we're filming at night right now. So when we're in the morning, it's a different kind of feel as well, but it's still right to you. So we're going to have a lot of things that we want you to be a part of, and maybe you'll be catching us on the live. We're not sure right now, but you'll definitely be able to catch some goodies we're going to be throwing out there just because you are live. So
stay tuned.
Hector Rivera, Lexus T with hashtag RDC. That's a real double dose channel. And also hashtag Flip the switch. We will have our provided links to the Facebook group for the SOB right now, that School of Business, Soul of Business, to help you get where you need to go. And then we'll be dropping the other two, which I don't want to say and give nobody ideas right now, just in case you catch it on the other episodes. I'm not going to refresh your memory. So we'll have that downloaded soon, and you'll be able to get your live event tickets for that. So don't forget. And you know what? It's going to be like Willy Wonka in a different kind of fashion, because we're definitely going to make sure you get a sweet tooth that by no cavities, only greatness. So we love you. You're amazing. And both of us will be back with
See you on the flip side.
very, very soon. See you on the flip side.